Okay. You send your assignment in the following format. Say your roll number is 20S 3575. Okay, first you write down here, then your write down your name. Say Sudeep is name, Sudeep, DIP. Okay, Sudeep. Then you write down assignment, say 3. Now assignment say 3, so this is 3, and page number 1. If it is page number 1, then you can put 3 2 for page number 2, 3 3 for page number 3, and so on. So this, after finish, you finish it with dot pdf and save it, and then send this as a uh, attachment to me by WhatsApp. Have you understood it? So roll number first, then first name, then assignment 3, then page number. So this is roll number, this is name, this is assignment 3, and this is page number. Okay, and then dot pdf, save it, then save it, and send it. Okay, have you understood this one? This is the way you have to do it. Okay, if anybody get any confusion, ask me. Okay, now this is the again assignments 4 on differentiation. Okay, you do this at your home. Let number 1, this is say A, let x plus y equals to 1. Then you have to prove that yn is equal to factorial n. Okay, not yn, leave it. Yn, not yn, say x to the power n, y to the power n into nth derivative. Okay, and that is equal to, you have to prove that factorial n bracket y to the power n minus nc1 whole square y to the power n minus 1 into x into nc2 whole square y to the power n minus 2 x square. Here one, I think there is a plus sign here. Okay, plus dot minus 1 to the power n x to the power n. Okay, so yes, there is one plus sign here. You have to put some plus sign here. Okay, so this you have to prove from this equation. This is given. Okay, so you start with hints. I am giving you the hints. You start with y is equal to 1 minus x. Okay, and then x to the power n is equal to take u, and y to the power n is equal to take v. Okay, and then carry on. This will gives un is equal to factorial n, and this will give then un minus 1, sorry, un minus 1 is equal to how much? Factorial n into x, okay, then un minus 2 will be equal to factorial n by 2 into x square and so on, okay, and you use this one. So this is nothing but u into v and its nth derivative. So you carry on. This is a. Now this is b. b is find out the nth derivative of, say, sin x by x, okay, nth derivative, and this will come out as 1 by x to the power n plus 1, okay, bracket, first bracket, p sin x plus n pi by 2 plus q cos x plus n pi by 2 n, okay, where p is equal to x to the power n minus n into n minus 1 x to the power n minus 2 plus n into n minus 1 n minus 2 n minus 3 into x to the power n minus 4, okay, q is equal plus dot 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 plus q is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1 minus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 x to the power n minus 3 plus dot dot dot, okay. So this sum where p is given and q is given, okay. So you know the nth derivative of sin x, you know, so use that and then use your experience to do it, okay. These two are a bit difficult sum, and but I will give you the time to answer it, okay. So no problem, you try yourself. If you cannot get, I will help you. Now the third one, C1, say y is equal to, sorry, y is equal to, y is given, y is equal to e to the power m sin inverse x for x equals to 0, okay. Then find out the nth derivative, find yn, okay. So this is your sum. Now I am hints is there will be two sum for n is equal to even and for n is equal to odd. So there will be two answer for n is equal to even and n is equal to odd. So there are two answers. So yn, find yn when n is even and find yn when n is odd. So there will be two answers. Remember this. Another one is CD y is equal to log x plus root over 1 plus x square. Okay, so what you have to find out? You have to find out y yn, particularly yn, say, and at x equals to 0. Okay, so you find out y10 at x equals to 0. This new type of sum, so you do it. But here you will not get, I am telling you, yn 0. So that means this yn 0 you will not get. Okay, but you will get some relation, say like this: yn plus 2 at 0 is equal to some relation, that is, it is proportional to yn 0. Okay, this type of relations you will get. So find out that relation, and from that you find out y10. Okay, so, and in general you will find these answers. When n is even, you will get some answers, and while n is equal to odd, you will get some answers. So from these relations you have to find out actually yn 0. Okay, so this is a bit not say typical sum. This bit yes, tell me anything. This bit's difficult sum.
No, sir, nothing.
And it is not a typical sum. Okay, but the sum is easy. So E.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, x equal to 10 বসাবো?
X equals to 10, y10, not x is equal to বসবে 0. এবার y10 এর একটা এক্সপ্রেশন আসবে, তো
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
সেখানে x is equal to 0 বসালে কি হবে সেটা আমার দরকার। ওকে, কিন্তু তুমি এখান থেকে yn 0টা সবসময় এরকম একটা রিলেশন, এখানে কি ইজিক্যাল টু দিলে কি হবে সেই জায়গাটা তোমাকে বের করতে হবে। বুঝতে পেরেছো?
ওকে স্যার।
ওই জন্যে সো yn plus 2 0.
Can you repeat one more time that?
Yes, tell me. Okay, the sum is, it is given. Your task is to find out that this relationship. Okay,
Sir, can you repeat that relation one more?
yn plus
Y
2
n
0
plus 2.
is proportional to yn 0. So there will be some equality sign and some constants here. Okay, yes. So this relationship you have to find out, and from this relationship you will guess what would be the value of yn theta 0. Okay, you take it for n is equal to 1, then n is equal to 2, then n is equal to 3, and so on. From that you will get
Up
it.
to 10.
Okay, up to 10. Yes, from that you will get it, the relationships. Okay, this fifth sum is that y is equal to cos m sin inverse x. Then you have to prove the typical type of sum. I think, have I given it? I don't think. 1 minus x square yn plus 2 minus 2n plus 1 into x yn plus 1 plus m square minus, sorry, m square minus n square yn equals to 0. This is called Bessel equations. Okay, this is called Bessel equation, and it can be generated from this equation. Okay, y from this given relationship.
Bessel's
Bessel's
equations, right?
equations, yes, Bessel's equation. So this is 5 sums. Then next page 5, this is a b c d e f. F is y is equal, say x is equal to, sorry, y is equal to y is equal to tan inverse x. Sorry, not tan inverse, e to the power tan inverse x. Okay, then you have to prove that 1 plus x square y n plus 1 plus 2 nx minus 1 y n plus n into n minus 1 y n minus 1 equals to 0. Prove that. Typical sum, you can do it. You have done it also, this type of sum. Then Fg, y is equal to log x plus root over x square plus a square. Okay, prove that a square plus x square y2 plus x y1 equals to 0. Okay, this one is easy sum, you can do it. So this 5 to 7 sums is your assignment, total assignment 4. You try it, take 7 days time. So submit it by
By next Monday.
next Monday. Yes, next Monday. What is the date?
স্যার নেক্সট ওয়েডনেসডে করে দেন।
না আরো দুদিন দেবো না। Next Monday means how much? Which day?
Sir, 11.
11 0 1 21. Okay, and today I want to start a new from your today I have given you the syllabus. I think you have got it, and I have given you some notes on differentiation. There will be 15 sums is there, already done some. Okay, so this is your about your multiple derivatives. Okay, now today I want to start this concavity and point of
Intersection.
inflections. Okay, this is something interesting, and this is concerned with the y is equal to fx, curve of the y is equal to fx. Okay, this is concerned with y is equal to fx. So y is equal to fx is if fx is continuous, and if you draw x and y, you will get a continuous curve like this. Okay, but you see the curve has changes its direction from moving from here to here. It has changes directions. Okay, here it is in this direction, here it is in this direction, and so on. Here it is in another direction, here is in another direction. So in every time it is changing its directions. How do you understand this concavity and point of inflections? So this will be cleared now. Okay, now this concavity is a property, then concavity, its opposite is convexity. Okay, convexity. So if there is a concave part in a graph, there may be a convex part as well, or the vice versa. Okay, now before that, sometimes the curve is, you see here curve is more or less parallel to the x-axis, so no change in values, but here it is decreasing. Sometimes curve is increasing. So between any pair of interval, between any interval, how do you understand the curve is increasing or decreasing? So I think you have some experience about it, but now I want to just recapitulate it. Say x1 and x2 are two neighboring points. Neighboring points. Neighboring points. Points means yes, neighboring point on the curve. On the curve. How? That means at x1 value is say here not y1 is not the derivative, okay, just y1 is a value of y and x2 y2. So we call it as these ordinates x1 x2 are the two neighboring ordinates of a curve. So and corresponding values is y1 and y2. Now suppose then say y1 is equal to fx1 and y2 is equal to fx2. Suppose x1 is less than x2. If this happens, if this implies that fx1 is also less than fx2, or the opposite one, x1 is greater than x2, implies this, fx1 is greater than fx2. Okay. So what is here? From the value fx1 it is increasing and here it is decreasing. So this is the first sign. You can take two neighboring points, that is the points close by, and you see this property. Okay. Now there are two types of increasing functions. One is strictly increasing and another is say increasing. So here in this case, if this happens for all x1 x2, for all x1 x2, okay, that means whenever you take to any two neighboring points x1 and x2, but it may not be neighboring points, it may be here or it may be here, okay, the function, this relationship holds, then this is called strictly increasing and similarly strictly decreasing for all points x1. But if it is for some points, then it cannot be said. Okay. Is there any problem? If this is for all points, then this is strictly STRICT, strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Okay. The functions is like this. Down here, see here the function is strictly increasing, but here but overall from here to here it is not, somewhere it is strictly increasing, somewhere it is strictly decreasing, then somewhere it is strictly increasing again. So actually this is the nature of the curve, and we are going into the details of the nature of the curve, and finally we will go on tracing of the curve. Okay. So this is your first lesson today, how you to understand. Now you can understand it by checking the first derivative formula. Okay. Monotone function theorem. Okay, next page. This is called monotone function theorem. What it tells? Monotone function theorem, actually there are two theorems, but they can be combined, and it will let f is a now see, this is a theorem, but it never come in the examination, it will never come in there, but in curve tracing or in concavity or convexity problem, you have to understand this theorem very nicely, and you have to be able to apply it. Okay, we shall apply it seldom. So what happens? Let fx be a differentiable function. Now all you know what is called differentiable. Okay, differentiable function, FUNCTION on AB. So AB is the interval. Okay. Now first, if you see, first f dash x is greater than 0 on I is this interval. Okay, this implies fx is strictly increasing. Okay, secondly, if you see on that interval f dash x is less than 0, this implies fx is strictly decreasing. You can easily prove it. How? Say we know that f dash c is equal to fx2 minus fx1 by x2 minus x1. Okay, now from this, after cross multiplication, you will get this one. If fx2 is greater than fx1, then f dash c is greater than 0. Okay, and this implies that x2 minus x1 is greater than 0. Now x2 minus x1 greater than 0, we have distinct points. x2 minus x1 is a two distinct points.
Sorry, sir, due to such network problem.
বলো 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 বাংলায় বলো, কিছু হবে না.
Sir, I said that due to network issue. Okay, sir, thank you.
Have you got it? Have you got it? Who are you speaking? Hello? Now can you hear me? Now can you see me also? See the board also? I think it is Bikash, is not it? Why are you keeping silent? I am not threatening you or anything else. You tell me what is the problem. If you can't hear, you tell me, sir, I can't hear. Or if there is any network
Arey,
problem,
no, sir, no, sir.
then what happened to you?
Yes, sir, yes, network.
Network problem.
Network
yes.
issue, network.
Network issue. Okay, okay, leave it. You will get it in the if you miss it, then you will get it in the YouTube. I will just
YouTube.
yes, I will get it. So f dash x is 0. We have taken this one. Okay, and we have got so if f dash this one is greater than 0, if f dash c is greater than 0, then this is greater than 0. Okay, and this implies that fx2 is greater than fx1, so it is strictly increasing, is not it? So this assertions has been proved, and if you take this one, then this is strictly decreasing. So the theorem, to prove the theorem is not very easy. You can prove it by mean value theorem. Okay, and mean value is true for any value c lies between x2 and x1. Now this is our first observation. We have to find out whether the function is within that interval, whether this function is decreasing or increasing. Yes, so this is our first lesson to whether a function is decreasing or increasing. Now the function will take, if it is, this is strictly increasing and then strictly decreasing and then it is increasing, so it will take some u-turn, and before taking the u-turn, the tangent here becomes parallel to the x-axis, is not it? And if it happens like this, first increasing then decreasing. Okay, so before this it becomes, here it becomes parallel to the x-axis. So before changing direction, the curve sometimes attains the parallel shape with the x-axis. This point you have to remember, and here this is called, this is a shape, a cup like shape, and this is a top down curve, is not it? And here it is so top up curves, and here it is top down curve. So this two shape is very important. Okay, if you call it concave, then this is convex, or if you call it this convex, then this is concave. Okay, convex. So between any two pair of points, whether the curve is concave shaped or convex shaped is our concern. First of all, we have to learn it, this one, and for that this monotone function theorem will take a very interesting part. Okay, so this is our introduction. Next day I will give you, not today, I will give you a detailed structure of this, and then you have to find out the where this point, where this changing occurs, change of direction, and this point will be known as point of inflection. Okay, where the curve starts from concave to convex or convex to concave. So this point is known as point of inflection, and there are various mathematical based on calculus, mathematical structures or mathematical tricks to find out the point of inflection. Now see, there may be functions like this. Okay, so here this one point of inflection, here is one, and here is one, and here is one also, and so within these two interval there are 1, 2, 3, 4 point of inflections. Okay, so a group of point of inflections may be there, so you have to find out whether there is only one point of inflections within an interval or there are many. Due to this, then these points is known as, now you have learned, I think, to some extent the maximum value and minimum value at the point of inflections. The either maximum or minimum value occurs. Okay, either a maximum within that interval, within some certain interval. Okay, within certain interval. So this hump like behavior of a function is known as so actually we are just analyzing the functions. Okay, all functions cannot be behave properly, but near the point of these inflections the functions behave specially. Okay, so already we have done the log x is functions, then 1 by x, then there are several functions. So we'll discuss it afterwards. Now you send me your roll number and in the chat box you send your roll number one after another, roll number and name. Okay, you just send it. After a long time I have taken classes, after 6 or 7 days, so today I want to stop now. Thank you very much. Okay, Nikita Kundu, Papia Pal. Okay, yes, send it. Very nice. And I think that now tomorrow there will be no class. Day after tomorrow, are you ready to take classes on day after tomorrow? Tell me. Are you ready to take classes on day after tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the same time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very
No,
much.
sir.
Who telling you no? Okay, don't worry.
Me.
No. Tell me what is your roll number or name? I don't worry. You may have some business there at that time. Okay. Who is the problem, boy? If you have any problem, you tell me. After you can make a phone that sir I am having. So I will send you the link. You will just hear it. Okay. Or if you have any problem, you can ask me. No problem. Understood? Good. Thank you very much. Today you do these sums and send it by 11. Okay. Tomorrow I will take class full 45 or 55 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can leave now.
Sir, sir, can you suggest some book?
Yesterday, in the last class, I have suggested that the the best book is that Ghosh and Maiti, that fat one. Okay, you have seen, I think, that fat one. You will get everything there. Not only that, that will be done in the second semester, third semester, fourth semester. Okay, but the cost of the book is very high, so you can purchase that book. That is good one.
Sir, name of the
Sir, I
book?
want to ask something.
Name of the book is Introduction to Differential Calculus by Ghosh and Maiti. That is fat one. It is a fat book. Okay, just this much fat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can purchase
Thank you,
that
sir.
book. And
Excuse me, sir, I want to ask something.
yes, tell me. I just
So when,
I can't follow you.
so when will our first semester will held?
First semester examination. First semester examination may be held in the month
Yes, sir.
of, say, uh, December. You have started, no? Yes. So
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But whatever there in the syllabus, syllabus will be truncated most
Mo-
probably, because
Most probably, sir.
most probably I don't know, because March, in the March, the fifth sem examinations is scheduled. So fifth sem and first sem maybe together. Okay, maybe together. So I don't know actually, but don't worry
Okay,
about
okay.
it, because syllabus will be, if the examination is held on March, then syllabus will be truncated. Okay, not the whole syllabus will be
Reduced.
yeah, reduced syllabus. Truncated means reduced syllabus. Okay, so
Okay.
don't
Okay,
worry
thank
about
you,
it.
sir.
And I think these are the beginnings, that is introductory chapters. So this will be there. Okay, so don't worry about it. You'll be notified as early as we get the notification. We will send you back. Okay,
Good night, sir.
good night.
Okay,
Good
so
night.
once
Okay,
again.
okay.